morning, students. This is chapter number 4, moving charges and magnetism. Okay, the first heading of this chapter is Oersted experiment. This is the topic of 10th class, so you know very well. Okay, Oersted observations are, the Oersted observations are, the first observation is when a current is passing through a wire or conductor, magnetic needle means compass deflects from its mean position or normal position. Okay, like this. On reversing the direction of current, on reversing the direction of current, deflection is also reversed. See this. Okay, the deflection of needle change with the strength of current, means deflection increases with increase in current, deflection decreases with decrease in current. Okay, the conclusion of this experiment is an electric current passes through a wire or conductor, generates magnetic field around the wire. Okay, what is? When a current is passing through a wire, a magnetic field is generated around the wire. Okay, now what is magnetic field? The magnetic field is space around a current carrying conductor in which its influence, means it exerts some force, can be experienced by magnetic needle, because magnetic needle is a magnet, so it experience a magnetic force due to current carrying conductor. Okay, is called magnetic field. Once again, the space around a current carrying conductor in which its influence due to magnetic force can be experienced by magnetic needle is called magnetic field. Okay, the magnetic field emerging out of plane of paper. If an magnetic field is emerging out of plane of paper, then it is represented by a dot. But if the magnetic field going into the plane of paper, then this is represented by a cross. Okay, now magnetic force. What is magnetic force? This is the vector product of velocity of point charge and magnetic field. Once again, a vector product of velocity of point charge and magnetic field is called magnetic force. Okay, as in the first slide, the magnetic force is vector product of velocity and magnetic field. So consider a charge plus q is moving with velocity v, makes an angle theta with magnetic field v. Okay, then Fm means magnetic force is equal to q v cross b. This cross is multiply but cross product. Okay, most of the students know about the cross product. Okay, in cross product, v cross b is written as vb sin theta. Just remember that a cross b is equal to ab sin theta. Okay, so Fm magnetic force is equal to qv B sine theta. Okay, the direction of Fm means magnetic force is perpendicular to the plane containing V and B. Okay, but why? Because vector product gives a new vector whose direction is perpendicular to the plane containing V and B. Okay. Now some special cases arise. The case first, if theta is equal to 0, means V and B are in same direction. This means parallel. Okay. Then Fm means magnetic force is equal to QVB sine 0. This represent magnetic force is equal to 0 because sine 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Now in case second, if theta is equal to 180 degree, it means V and B are anti-parallel to each other. Then Fm is equal to QVB sine 180, and this also represent Fm is equal to 0 because sine 180 is equal to 0. Okay. Now in case third, if theta is equal to 90 degree, this means V and B means velocity and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. Then we get the maximum magnetic force, that is QVB sine 90, and this represent Fm maximum is equal to QVB because sine 90 is equal to 1. Okay. Now the case 4. If V is equal to 0, means charge is at rest. Charge is not moving, charge is at rest. Then Fm means magnetic force is equal to Q into 0 into B sine theta, and this represent Fm is equal to 0. Okay. Thus from all these, for theta is equal to 0, 180 and V is equal to 0, magnetic force is 0. It means when charge is moving parallel or anti-parallel or is not moving, the magnetic force is 0. The charge experience a maximum force when it is moving perpendicular to the magnetic field. Always remember this. When the charge moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, it experiences maximum magnetic force, and that is QVB. Okay. Now Lorentz force, a combined force. Lorentz force is also known as combined force. Okay. So when a charge particle having charge Q moving in a region where both electric and magnetic field are present, then charge experience a force, and this force is called Lorentz force. In other words, another definition is the sum of electric force and magnetic force is called Lorentz force. That is, F is Lorentz force is equal to Fe electric force plus Fm magnetic force. But Fe is equal to QE and Fm is equal to QV cross B. So F is equal to QE plus QV cross B. As Q is common, so QE plus B is the value of Lorentz force. Okay. Now, magnetic force on a current carrying conductor. Magnetic force in case of current carrying conductor. For this, consider a wire of uniform cross sectional area capital A and length L. Okay, let small n be the number of charge carriers per unit volume in the wire. Then total number of charge carriers means capital N is equal to small n into AL. AL represent the volume. So N into AL represent total number of charge carriers. Okay. Now each charge carrier means mobile charge carrier, the carrier which is moving. The charge carrier which is moving. Okay. Has a average drift velocity Vd. Okay. Then magnetic force, total magnetic force Fm is equal to NaL into Q. This gives total charge. Then Vd cross product B. Rearranging this, we get Fm is equal to N, Q, A, Vd and L cross B. This vector goes to L. Okay. Now Fm is equal to, this is equal to, because we know one relation I is equal to NE AVD. In place of E we have charge Q. So NQAVD is I and we get Fm is equal to I L cross B. Okay. This is in vector form. In magnitude, as L cross B is LB sin theta, so Fm is equal to ILB sin theta. This can be written as IBL sin theta or BIL sin theta. The maximum magnetic force we will get when theta is equal to 90 degree, that is BIL. This can be read as BIL. Okay.